Oh my god, hi. It's been a minute. Hello, hello. Welcome back. Welcome back to Dragon Age, the Veilguard. Pew, 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 pew. Episode number 18. Pew, 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 pew. Fancy seeing you here. Fancy seeing all of you here. Welcome in, welcome in. Not the Grinch emotes. Oh my days. The little bops. But yes.
Those who's inviting me down there on such short notice. Even if I wanted to go, my schedule wouldn't allow it. 4 o'clock, wallow in self-pity. 4:30, stare into the abyss. 5 o'clock, solve world hunger. Tell no one. 5:30, jazzercise. 6:30, dinner with me. I can't cancel that again. 7 o'clock, wrestle with my self-loathing. I'm booked. Of course, if I want the loathing to 9, I could still be done in time to lay in bed, stare at the ceiling, and slip slowly into madness. But what would I wear?
Thank you for redeeming the Grinch's schedule for 10,000 channel points. Right. So, the plan today, I forgot how long it is. It's the best though, and that's the only reason it's 10,000 is because it's quite long, but to cut it down is a travesty. Pet, 10 out of 10 acting. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, we are gonna focus on, we're not doing this yet. We've got stuff to do for Davrin. We've got stuff to do for Emmerich. We've got stuff to do for Harding and Lucanus and Nev and Tash. So basically everybody wants our help. So it's companion time. So yes. We also have like some side quest stuff. We still have to do that. And we still have to do this. But I kind of want to focus more on companion things because I don't want to go too far into like really heavy boss fights or anything. But what will I wear? Ooh. That's it. I'm not going. So I think I want to go to the necropolis anyway, because we've not really explored the necropolis, but barely, if at all. So I would really like to go and maybe explore some more before we do that, and then, warm up for the stream. When it comes to companions, Balara's level 6, Davrin's level 8, Emmerich's level 7. We're obviously taking Emmerich. Harding's level 7, Lucanus is level 8, and it says under 8, flirting with danger. Maybe we'll get Lucanus crumbs. Maybe. We also are level 7 with Nev, and we're level 6 with Tash. So I think I might take Tash and Emmerich because I really like their dynamic. Rawr. We're going to take Tash with us and also because Tash is kind of fine with spirits and stuff, I think it would be good to go that way. So let's do that. Let's just head on out. Because look, when you look down, like say, right, in comparison to say like Minrathis, we've got 63% discovered in Docktown, right? 38. We have such good Mornwatch strength though. We're doing really well with them. So we are taking baby boy number 1, and we're taking Tash, sweet NB little icon. I will always love the art for this screen. I love the little tarot card icons. It's always some of my favourite. Right. So I'm just looking at the map here because I want to get a sort of idea for what we're doing. Right, so there's a chest here. This is like more the gardens. There's a chest here. And then that's the thing that we're not doing right now. So maybe we mark this and travel here. So it's up the way. Up the way. Best way to go up? Maybe this way?
You're the spirits Emmerich and I met in the gardens.
Yes, indeed.
How pleased we are to see you hale and whole.
Oh, hi!
Indignity. A thread of curiosity has scattered bones of the deceased.
If you'll give the dead peace, then reunite them inside their resting place, outside the vault of the beloved.
Okay, so this is taking us further down. Seemed like it was up though, so I feel like we're doing this
We've company.
entirely wrong. Okay.
Hail the dead!
Rough, nice one!
Excellent work, Tosh!
Watch for incoming! Got him good there!
I want one of them.
That'll do it!
Ah, we've done it.
There's a wisp thing that we might want. Okay, we've gained our ultimate, which is good. Okay, so a little teeny wisp thing, but we don't have a wisp right now. Oh, there's two chests. Right. Wherefore art thou, Wispies? just doing a wee run around apparently.
I'd nearly finished the chant of the Starless Dawn when a wisp startled me. I had to start over.
You know they don't mean it.
Right. Right. So we could just keep going that way and then we could, in
You
theory.
can buy it. An hour wasted.
Oh, we're doubling back. Because we're being silly. That's exactly what it is. Right. We're going back here. We're going to find this way to go up. Right. Best way to go up might be this. Nope. Might be... maybe this way?
Another question about dragons, Tash. Are they like dog breeds?
No. Dogs are smaller.
What I mean is, a Ferelden Nabari and an Anderfell's giant schnauzer look quite different, but could still mate.
Oh, yeah. Different breeds of dragons mate all the time. That's how we got the ones that breathe lightning or ice. What's a giant schnauzer?
A very large dog. Anderfell's farmers use them to protect livestock from darkspawn. There was a lovely children's book about one. Hugo, the Warden Schnauzer.
Nice.
This place is a pain in the arse to get chest. It is healing slightly, but it's okay. We will... we are moving and we are grooving. Maybe it's that way? Maybe it is that way.
Trouble coming our way.
Handled.
Golden glory.
Duolingo BRB. Go get, you get that lingo. We have done loops through this place. How did we do it the last time? Because I know we've got higher and then jumped back down here. I know we've done it. Right. Mm. We should, in theory, be able to get this one, because if it's on the same level... See, but then that goes into, like, that it's not the same level. But it is.
Wonder what their story was.
I could ask.
The mist never lifts on the plains below the halls. It was a mistake to travel one of them alone. Who rang those chimes? What was that shape I saw gliding through the thickest patch of fog? Why am I still cold days later, even in front of a fire? Make her ache for
If
the
you'd
sky.
like.
Stumbling. The steps. Skeleton saw. Oh. No choice. Had to be brave. Had to be brave. Too late to cry. So many graves.
What the fuck does this do? Fuck. Yes. Fuck yes. We did it. We got it. Right. Right. So if we go back up the way and then maybe go... Right, so we seem to be able to get here from here. $969 days. Nice. Right, so if we... Right. Right. Okay. So we go back here. It's this door. No? Yes? No? No. It's the next door. Open from... What do you mean? What do you mean? Going to scrim. Open from other side. Right, maybe if we go... Where are we going? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Maybe we go this way and then we go to the right. If it was me, I would look for some dynamite. Honestly, I'm like, give me it. Oh yeah, we have been here. I remember this.
Did you hear? With all instability will fade. We've closed tolerance for the time being.
Pity to any young mage just preparing to make the leap.
And then there's the door. Okay. So if this is the door, then we would come out and round. And then up. Little scaly bones. This part is so unclear that it leads to a different... Yeah, I was like, I'm confusion. Yeah, because this then becomes like, it rings around the main sort of hall. But I remember that you only really saw that as part of a quest when you were getting rid of the Venatori in this place. Mother of days. It took so long. Okay. And then we just jump right back down here. Okay. Companions. Rick. Yeah, you got no... Oh, that's cute. Plus 10% weakened effectiveness. He's been rocking the Funeral Finery. 122% bonus ability damage. Detonations leech 50% of their damage. Detonations apply siphoned. I just like it. I do. Okay. What are we doing now? 50% discovered. I'll take it. Let's head out and see Emmerich in the gardens, even though he's right next to us. We will take Emmerich to the gardens.
Emmerich, can you tell me about skeletons?
Very good.
How do you fight the blue ones?
Blue ones?
Yeah, blue fire, backwards heads, claws have sparks like lightning.
Backwards? I've never encountered undead like that.
Huh. They're all over this one island off the Ravani coast.
Then once we're back at the lighthouse, we'll pack at once.
What? I didn't say we should... Fine.
Fine, we'll go look at the undead. I've heard complaints the sand here is impeding work, but consider, we are too deep for it to be from the surface. It falls endlessly, yet its mass does not increase nor decrease. This is because the sand trickles in from the fade itself. It's of incredible experimental value, and anyone caught hauling it away just to erect some scaffolding will be chastised most severely. Do not touch my sand. You heard it here first, folks. Don't touch the sand. Weirdo wizards. Aha. Aha. Angry about the special sand. What if it's kinetic sand? Where do you want to go? I don't know where you go. On beetles. Maybe you go this way. Or maybe... Oh, I found it. Hold on, I'm coming back. I found it. Kinetic sand as opposed to potential sand. Yes, exactly. Let's go. Golden locust. Stunning. The winner has returned. You did it! I'm proud of you.
Ah, this one keeps its memories yet.
So many rooms. What's following? What are you? Stay away! They're gone. House is safe.
Proud of you, pet. I'm doing an explore of the gardens. Took 3 to 4 more goes. 2 were confusing. 1 death was my mistake, and then I managed to kill it after I couldn't stop it summoning 3 darkspawn. The darkspawn. I'm just in a wee 1-2 round before we commit to anything. Ash.
Gotcha.
There's Duh. That's amazing though. Look at you doing the thing.
Smells like fog.
Oh, grave mist isn't a wine. It's magically infused vapors captured near tombs where spirits dwell.
Ugh!
I don't partake myself, but it's supposedly quite invigorating.
I also found that one of my moves won't detonate if I activate the ability without using the ability menu, but only specifically when it's primed automatically with a passive talent. So specific, assume it's a bug. Gimme that grave mist. Nom 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 nom. Maybe it's a bug, yeah. I usually try and use the ability wheel, but sometimes since you brought it up to me, I've not
Just
been.
a casual inquiry.
Just to see how it feels. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's really confusing.
Mother? Haven't seen you for... Won't forget. By the fireplace. You too. Love you.
A lifeless candle hawk. There's Manfred! Baby boy! Visiting the Necropolis Gardens with Emmerich again.
Now, what do you have to say for yourself?
Did I miss something?
Since we're here to gather flowers for the dead, I thought I'd teach Manfred some plant names. But I just caught him attempting to wade into a rose bush.
Emmerich, how could you stay annoyed at that face? Skull.
Oh, Manfred. Whatever will happen to you if I pass on?
If?
There's something I'd like to talk about. Do you know what a lich is, Rook?
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Lich. That's Old Tevin for corpse, isn't it?
A lich is a mage transformed into one of the undead while retaining their true, original consciousness. The idea fascinated me when I was younger. For years, I researched and experimented, spoke with spirits and mages. Then, eventually, I found them.
Who?
The Lich Lords of the Grand Necropolis. Necromancers before me who'd transformed themselves into true living dead.
You're making this up, right?
Rook, please. I've told so few people.
Sorry.
The Liches are the great protectors of the Necropolis, bulwarks against forces that threaten creation. After years of tests and rituals, They granted me my desire, the right to attempt lichdom.
No!
You want to become undead?
Lichdom is no ordinary path to undeath. It's far more than common possession.
Oh, that makes it fine then.
Lichdom is an incredible honor. Immortality, prestige, the most hallowed ranks of the Watchers, as well as a chance to be of service past my allotted years. But there are considerations. Come, we have flowers to gather for the dead.
Okay, but I've got questions.
What do you mean? Just be like, hey, so I want to be a lich. And expect me to be like, slay, live your truth. What the fuck are you talking about?
Blue creepvine. This will do nicely.
Absolutely not.
Emmerich,
Absolutely not.
I can't believe you want to die and stuff a spirit into your body.
Liches are different. It wouldn't be a spirit acting in my name. My true consciousness would be housed in my departed flesh.
How?
The Order must keep some secrets.
It just feels wrong, though. Like, you need to embrace death. Is that not the whole fucking point of being like a Morn Watcher? This isn't a career choice. This is like awful.
Moon blossoms, famed in verse and song.
Look, what about flowers? Wouldn't you miss smelling them as a lich?
I've been told that while some of my senses will dull, others will become available. Other than that, I can't say if the flowers would still hold their bloom for me. Lichdom serves a purpose. There are dark things in creation, threats to both our world and the Fade.
Yeah,
The Liches of the Necropolis have the insight and the abilities to oppose them.
And you're joining them when?
Certain elements have held me back.
Like life. Like the being living thing. I don't like this. Sweet bean, you can't be serious.
There's no ready instructions for lichdom. The steps must be discovered on one's own over years to be fully understood.
Can't believe I'm having
Does
this
the spell
conversation.
to become a lich kill you, or do you have to...
No, mercifully, that falls to another watcher. After my death, my soul will be drawn back into my body instead of moving on to whatever lies beyond.
What about Manfred?
I still don't think you should do it, but why haven't you become a lich yet?
Even with all my preparations, there's a chance I could die permanently during the rites. What cowardice! The promise of immortality, an end to all my fears, and the final veil stays my hand.
You could try this and die for good? Your plan keeps getting worse.
You say nothing that hasn't hounded me. Traditionally, candidates for lichdom face one final sifting of the soul. If they avoid it, you saw my old colleague.
Hezenkos. She's a lich.
A half-lich, though that hasn't diminished her powers.
Demi-lich.
Until I stop her plans, I won't possess the peace of mind for lichdom. Why don't you select the next flowers, Rook?
Sure. So what's a half-lich exactly?
Demi-lich.
Johanna attempted the rites of lichdom and failed.
Well, technically demi-liches are
Stuck
different.
in her in-between state, she is supremely dangerous, but can't learn any new magic.
No wonder Hezenkos was shouting so much.
No, she's always been that way.
Semi-lich, correct.
What about the sifting of a soul that Hezenkos avoided?
The spirits of the necropolis judge whether a candidate is worthy of the power and responsibility of lichdom.
How'd she become a lich without it?
I shared some knowledge when we were colleagues. She apparently put together more than I knew. It would be just like her to skip the rituals, the cleansings, the preparations of the soul.
For a watcher, Hezenkos is pretty harsh on spirits.
We made allowances because of her discoveries. Too many. Spirits are not things to be disposed of.
You really care about them?
They're so susceptible to the world's whims, Rook. Some spirits are dangerous, but how quickly most respond to a bit of kindness or care. For all she's done, I can't condemn Johanna for attempting lichdom. That freedom from mortality, that divorce from fear. And of course, time to read all of one's books.
Every mage's dream.
But how she's abused her abilities. Are my intentions enough to fare better?
Worrying's a good sign.
Like, actually sit with this comfortably.
We have enough flowers. There's something I'd like to show you.
Okay. Is it your coffin? I'm sad. I don't want him to become a lich. I'm very anti-lich. My stance is firmly anti-lich.
Here we are.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, so these flowers are for...
Yes. If you could place them on the graves, please.
In memory of Rupert and Eleonora Volkaren, they walk eternity hand in hand.
After I became a watcher, I erected a proper shrine to my parents. When I come to talk, I like to think they listen. Well, don't be shy. Introduce yourself.
Oh my God, I'm meeting the parents.
Rook, it's a pleasure. Do you remember your parents?
Some memories are bright. Others are akin to those dim early morning dreams one gets sometimes. Lately, I wondered what they'd think of our current course, the choices ahead.
I don't think they'd want
Your
you to be a
lichdom.
lich.
What would they have wanted me to be?
I can tell you what I think they'd want you to be.
What's that?
Happy. You could always speak with your folks, couldn't you?
My parents last saw me as a boy. By the time I mastered my corpse whispering, I was a man. If I woke them, there might be a flash of recognition, or... Besides, if I speak to too many other spirits, Manfred might grow jealous.
Can't have that.
He'd be impossible, I agree.
I believe we've just found this out. Emmerich reflected on his desire for lichdom and the dangers he'd face becoming a lich, while gathering flowers in the Grand Necropolis gardens. Placing a bouquet on his parents' graves, the senior necromancer mulled over his past and future, grateful to have company. Mother of God. Failed lichdom. I can't stop imagining Johanna's attempt at lichdom. The incantations, the preparations, the final blow. Then to accomplish nearly everything all alone, yet still fail. How she'll chafe at her inability to learn new magic. Is fixing this part of whatever she's planning? What would have happened if we'd stayed friends? Would I have supported Johanna's renegade bid for immortality outside our oaths? Even joined her? In the deep hours of the night, I fear my answers. On death. I never thought I could teach Emmerich anything about magic, but the other day he got really excited when I told him about Avar's spirits I saw in the Frostback Basin. You remember me writing about that. He did know that Avars believe in reincarnation. The Morn Watch likes learning about different death customs. It made me ask him what the Watchers think happens after you die. He got all pensive and kind of sad and said not even they know for sure. That must be so frustrating. For that to be your whole life and not even know. I'm going to try to cheer him up with a hike. Hikes always make me feel a little bit better. Oh, Harding. On beetles. Saw some insect symbols down in the necropolis. Asked the necromancer. He said they honour the work of the humblest creatures in our funerary rites. Turns out a long time ago some Navarin found a kind of beetle that eats your flesh when you're dead. Only leaves the skeleton. That's still messed up, but without skin is better than with skin. Emmerich also said the Watchers have bred some fascinating variations over the years. Those beetles better stay in the necropolis. We've got enough weird crap in Ravane. Oh, Tash, please never change. A Watcher's duty. It's little known outside Navarra that while the term Mortalitazi has come to refer to every necromancer from our kingdom, we join different circles and orders within it. The Morn Watch alone has the privilege of overseeing the Grand Necropolis. We would fight from beyond death itself to fulfill our obligations to the funeral dead. Which is why it was so appalling when Nev asked, "So what really goes on here all day?" The interment and preservation of an entire kingdom's dead is a monumental undertaking. Surely she doesn't believe we idle away the hours. Perhaps Nev imagined something more sinister. I've noticed our investigator from Tevinter stares longest into the shadows. And we got a shit ton of mementos. Right, how are we looking? 55% discovered. I'm slightly more happy with that. Gonna head back to the lighthouse. I can't believe that. I actually can't. I'm like, what do you mean a lich? What do you mean? We could do Tash next. Maybe do Tash. Return to Docktown. Yeah, let's do Tash next. Does anybody want to talk to us? Lucanus! I'm on my way! Lucanus wants to talk to us. Davrin's also there. They're banging on the table.
No, no. I had to kill a man once who did blood magic on nugs. 100 little pigs with hands came after me. All together in one big writhing ball. Have you ever tried to stab a ball of angry nugs? That was a bad job.
I've got a better one. You know what the Wandering Hills are named for? It's a monster. Big heap of red tentacles that crawls around,
Are they drunk?
devouring everything in its path. The damn thing was a hillside, the size of a village. You try fighting a hill with a sword sometime.
How did you kill it?
Lamp oil. Everything stank of burnt tentacles for miles after.
If the two of you were going to open a bottle, you might have told me first.
It's not a good bottle.
Might have to pick up a supply. I have a feeling we'll need it. Is anyone else hungry? Maybe I should cook something.
What about you, Rook? What's the worst job you've ever been on?
Wise helped. You didn't hear how this started?
Nevin Harding didn't tell you about our hunt for Solus, then?
They don't tell it the way you would.
Look at how
I
it is
mean, it
big,
ended
like,
with the elven
eyes.
god of lies in my head. Is that enough to win the worst job contest?
You joining us then?
Yes.
Fine. I'll cook something, if Rook's staying.
Maybe just for a minute.
Rook's story first. Then Lucanus owes me one about this contract on a Bronto.
Mierda. That Bronto.
That was so sweet. He was like, I don't need to cook if Rook's staying. I need to cook or something. That's sweet. They wouldn't tell it the way you would. The crumbs. The crumbs. I'm gonna go pee, pals, because I really need to pee. And then we're gonna head to Arlithin. What are we doing? We're gonna take Valara and Tash. So
I bolstered guards along the ridge. We've got the high ground over there.
that's story stuff I don't
You
want to
get
do right
any-
now.
If you're in the market for instruments of dismemberment, just so happens I can help.
Stunning. What is this? Electrify. What? Amulet. I'll take it anyway. Okay. Right.
Safe travels.
I'm going to put us more where we need to be. God, that's a while away. Okay, let's run this way. Fuck, it's all the way up there. Right, okay. I'll be 2 seconds. I'll leave you with the sounds and stuff. I'll be 2 seconds. Hello. I needed a snack, so I got one. Okay. So. it's doing that. We don't need it to do that. We need it to do that. We're going to a dragon lair.
All right. The dragon's a fang scorcher that attacked villages. We're close to her lair.
This shouldn't be too bad, right? We fought 2 dragons at once in Hosberg.
The dragons we fought in Hosberg were being ordered around by the gods. They were attack dogs. This is a wolf, a big wolf, fighting in her own territory. Be ready. This is your first real dragon fight.
You said she attacked villages. Are we dealing with another attack in a city like Treviso or Minrathous?
No. Something got her to start hunting a ways off.
Something like what?
Dunno. Hoping we find out while we're here. But right now, focus on taking her down before she kills anyone else. Including us.
You said the dragon's a fang scorcher? What are they like?
Fire breather. Related to the Ferelden Frostback. Think of her like the dragon version of a bobcat or a fox.
It's a little larger than a bobcat.
I mean, she's small and sneaky for a dragon. Attacks with fire from a distance to soften up her targets. And she's mean. Scorchers hold a grudge longer than my mother.
This is your dance. Show us the steps.
Stay in the trees as long as you can. It's gonna get hot when she sees us. Hey, Valara. You gonna be okay with this dragon?
Oh, definitely. It's interesting seeing how the magic is more stable in this part of Arlathan. Does the dragon somehow stabilize the ambient magical energy, or did it pick the location because of less ambient magic?
I don't know. Maybe we'll find out after we kill her.
If we're dealing with a fire girly, we're doing electricity damage. So yeah, if this was the dragon that attacked Ameta's Crossing in Act 1, I think that was what was referenced.
Hang on. Something's off with that crap up ahead. Let's go up through there on the left instead.
What's wrong?
I don't know. The way that debris is placed doesn't look natural. Or like something a dragon would do.
If you say so, you're the dragon expert.
A fire-breathing fox. A fire fox, if you will.
Careful. She can hear metal clanking from a half-mile away.
You heard Tosh. Light steps.
You know how to take orders.
We're here to kill a dragon. I'm inclined to listen to the expert.
That was very flirtatious of you, Taj. You heard Tosh right. Us, be quiet, me. Opens this. It was worth it.
What's that?
Hunting call. Spooks
Wagging.
prey, so they bolt out into the open.
Winging.
I can see how that'd work.
Wait. Antam.
Haven't seen many Antam in Arlithin before. Wonder what they're doing here.
No idea. But they were setting an ambush.
Guess they didn't know about your keen sense of smell.
Come on. We can circle around. Hit them where they're not expecting us.
It's gonna be higher. Yep. Ooh. 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 The only reason I'm not switching to this right now is because it switches to fire, and I feel like that might fuck us up. But that's really good that we've got that now. I mean, maybe it would be good though, actually. So if we're fighting Antam, maybe having Mage's Gambit on.
The Dragon King knew you would come for the Fang Scorcher.
The Dragon King? What? Who the fuck are you?
Enemies at range.
Ranged incoming.
Yes, Bellara.
Range. You got it. Ranged.
You're the Dragon King? Yes.
It's wa Ost. They're at range.
Everyone all right?
What did the Antam mean? They knew I'd come for the Fang Scorcher? I only came because she attacked villages.
Maybe they baited it into attacking the villagers somehow to lure you out here.
For the Dragon King, whoever that is.
Stupid name. Let's look around. I need to know what's going on.
The Fang Scorcher's attacks will lure the Adari's group to you. Capture the Adari and kill the others. Then use the Blight to weaken the Fang Scorcher until it can be captured. Gillenane will reward us well for adding another fire breather to her arsenal of dragons. Do this and win the glory of Ascension, the Dragon King.
Bastards! They're the ones who've been capturing dragons and blighting them. Turning them over to Gillenane in exchange for power. Hisra Marluk Vashvatari Brock! We knew the Antam were involved. Now we know it's the Dragon King. That's who we find and kill. We can get to the Fang Scorcher's lair out through there. Whenever you're ready.
Much more defense, but much less ability damage. And I want ability damage.
Look out! Fire! There's cover on the left! Move! All right, she knows we're here. That means quick beats quiet. Stay clear of the fire. It's like oil. Gets on you and keeps burning.
More on Tom.
Back!
Another one. Thank you.
Watch for incoming. All right, let's get them.
I've fought so many dragons recently, bestie.
Hugo!
Coming at range.
Okay. Ow.
Hitting us from range.
Fire.
Ready. Hitting us from range. Range.
more.
They've got us at range.
Not going well. The missile is quite tired.
Get clear.
This is new. This is new. Good on you, girly. Oh, she's gonna breathe fire. She's just chucking up all the fire. Right, well, while she's doing that. Thank you. I'll have one of them.
Oh, we did it.
Did what? She's still alive, girly. And she's pissed.
Hitting us at range. Enemies at range. Should help.
Ranged incoming.
We did
Chakra
it.
Toebra. Chakra Toebra. Today, you're dragon slayers.
Woohoo!
Now let's see what she had in her lair. Probably that big building over there.
We did it. That went really well. I'm starting to learn their attack patterns a bit more intuitively. You know, like, she goes up in the air, she's probably gonna do air attacks. Like when she's gonna run, when she's gonna bite, like I'm starting to get that. It was quite literally a trial by fire and ice with those fucking blighted ones. That was juicy. Num 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 nums. G motherfucking G bestie. Thank you so much. Yeah, what did she have in her lair? I wanna know. Oh. Gold.
Let me know when you're ready to get out of here.
I bet we just got here. And there's gold. Arlethan herbs. Revival charges. Meh. Just gonna give Toothless a call. Yum. A death mask. +8. We have defeated a high dragon. Yes. Heart of Fire. Okay, it does fuck all stagger damage, but a shit ton of fire damage. The left hand. Okay, let's leave.
Just tell me when you're ready.
Let's go.
Let's head out now.
That was fun.
Trophy from the Fang Scorcher.
She was a good fight. Thanks for listening to me during the hunt. Not everyone does.
Anyone who doesn't listen to you about dragons is an idiot.
Or a meal.
Ouch. When you were standing over the dragon, you said something. Chakra to Ebra. It's the same thing your mother told you. You struggle the way you are?
You must struggle with what you are. It's what she told me when I was a kid. Still does, so I don't let the dragon out.
Meaning your fire breath?
It's not just about the fire. It's about how stuff makes me feel. What I do when I'm angry.
I've seen you get angry. When we first met, I saw you wreck those Arntom who were after the Vincimer.
Assholes.
But you've got it under control.
Barely. I can get this rage where I just have to break something and I can get stuck in arguments, needing things to be a certain way. The Antom would have turned me into a berserker, breathing fire across the battlefield, killing anything in my way. I don't want to be that.
Tosh, you can't be afraid to feel things.
No, weren't you listening? It gets too much.
You can control what you do about those feelings, yeah, but that doesn't mean pretending you don't feel them. You are Ravani. You have the freedom to let yourself feel things instead of locking them down. I mean, we just killed a dragon thanks to you. How hard can anything else be after that?
Yeah, I guess you're right. Think I'm ready to talk to my mother about who I really am.
Yeah?
Yeah. I just killed a dragon. How hard can talking to my mother be after that? Might invite her to the lighthouse. Maybe that way she doesn't spend the whole time talking about that old tablet.
I'm still a little concerned about whoever sent the Antom. They mentioned the Dragon King.
Yeah. The asshole who's capturing dragons and blighting them for Gillinane. I'll ask Isabella to look for him. Still a stupid name. Dragon King. Dragons wouldn't have kings.
They'd have queens.
Valid.
The trap had failed. The Fang Scorcher was dead. But the Dragon King was a patient hunter.
Smash. Smash.
All he needed was a little help from a trader in the Lords of Fortune to set a new trap. And the bait was sure to bring Tosh running.
Varric! Every single time. Slaying the Fang Scorcher. Tash and the team were victorious, and the Fang Scorcher was slain, as were the Antam who lured the dragon as bait for their trap. It isn't clear what the Dragon King wants with Tash, but he clearly hasn't given up. Are we... Where are we? Oh, I know where we are. Oh no. Companions. Have we leveled up with Tash? Yes. We did. And we got a bunch of stuff. I still haven't removed that Magister's Bargain. I just think it's the best. Right, so this is the one we put on 346 electric damage, 391 stagger. We're going to keep it on for just now because I quite like it. But we did get this new unique one that has a shit ton less stagger. And I don't think because it's unique we can level it up, but we will have a look and see. Codex, Lords of Fortune. Tash Talks Dragon Fang Scorcher. Appearance, gold patterns on back like a hunting cat, tan belly. Colours make her good for ambushing targets from the sky. Also shows off fire to look scary. Her diet is anything she can bring down, small but aggressive for a dragon, will go after people during encounters, uses flames to herd targets into open so she can kill them, burns all her food before eating, maybe so she doesn't get sick. Behaviour. Fang Scorchers are mean. The Antam lured this one to attack the village, bastards. She was smart enough to set traps and hold grudges, not smart enough to control herself. Chakra to Ebra. Lose control of yourself and you turn into a monster that someone has to take down. Information on the Dragon King. Tash did some digging on this Dragon King, and the Antam split from after the Antam split from the Qun, the generals and the admirals broke away and became independent warlords. The Dragon King's soldiers. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh right, okay. So the admirals Kithshok and admirals Kathaban broke away from and became independent soldiers. The Dragon King's, still stupid name, and they would have queens, soldiers, aren't interested in trading. They've attacked villages. They're killing people without even trying to convert them. Whoever this Dragon King is, he's brutal. We've got reports of victims burned in what looks like an Antam ritual. Not a thing. I'll let you know if I find anything else. Stay sharp, remember, treat every door like a trap. Golden Glory, Isabella. Okay. Okay. I want to go shopping. So we might be able to level up the shop.
Oh, everything here is curse-free. Guaranteed.
Right, what can I get for you? Tusk of Glory. For you. For you. A mage knife. Memory. Call select. There we go.
For gold and glory!
Correct. Well, at least we're getting there with the Lords of Fortune. That's good. Codex again? Oh, it's just because we bought more mementos. Right. Companions, we got stuff for Tash. Golden Locust. This does way less stagger, a bit less stagger damage, but more physical damage, but we could up the stagger in it. So let's give you that one. And then I'm really happy with that axe as well. And then pour moi. 241. It's the same amount of stagger. Sharpened dragon bone. That's more crit damage. Meow. Okay, let's head back to the lighthouse. New quests available in this area. What the fuck do you mean? It's the lighthouse. Might be so we can, it might just be, new quest available. Tash wants to talk to us in there. Okay. Hey baby dragon, remember how you said I'd never find a big hoard? You were wrong, and I'm amazing. Come to the hall if you want to see my haul. I had to buy a whole new ship just to carry it. For my gold and my glory, Aethelred the totally ready. Ataranda the Storm Rider. Is this a new dragon? Or is this like... I don't know. Wait, is this one of Davrin's that he was finishing? He's put it in here? Davrin, that's so sweet. Tash wants to talk to us. Where are we going? Oh! There's pals up here.
You'll find them. The other griffins, I know you will.
I appreciate your faith in me. Hope it's not misplaced.
It isn't. I've seen it. The way you care for Asan, you tear through 3 archdemons for him and for his family. So I know you'll find them.
Means more mouths to feed.
Okay. Sweet boy. We also haven't had our daily with Manfred. Is Manfred out here? Yes. Did you see who does the mocap for Asan? I didn't. Who is it? Lucanus? Oh, I love that. Oh, he beat me. Or the voice of Lucanus. Yes, yes, yes. Is his name Zach? My apologies.
Abundance.
We have upgraded the workshop. Zach Mendes. I had it in my head that it was Zach Mendes, but I didn't want to be loudly wrong. Right. Lara. We're gonna add more stagger to this. What's that applied to? It's applied to, oh, is that like overall? Ooh. Added fire damage, added electric damage, added cold damage. Maybe I'll add more fire damage? There we go. Well, there we go. We have upgraded some banks.
Offer, dweller. I will answer.
Okay. Right, yes, Tash wanted to talk to us. Janice is talking to Emmerich, so we will have to go and snoop on that. And Nev and Harding are chatting, so we should snoop on that as well. But first, we're gonna go see Tash, what they're up to. Hey.
This is where we eat.
I see.
Shathan, it's good to see you again.
My child wished to show me where she now lived.
I made food. Here. Armada Special. It's what the pirates eat when they come to port.
This is too rich for me. Perhaps you could prepare some vegetables.
Fine.
A few weeks in your company, and my child has lost what little civility she had.
We actually eat dishes from all over. Lucanus has introduced us to demon hair pasta, and Balara made challah cakes.
So my child respects every culture except her own. This is what I face for removing her from the Qun.
I really don't want to be disrespectful.
Tosh is making a life here with us and wanted to share that with you.
So I can see how happy my child is to have abandoned the ways of our people?
You're the one who brought Tosh to Ravane. And to my team, for that matter. If that's not what you wanted...
I have failed, yes. I was never taught how to be a mother. Under the Qun, children are raised by those suited to such pursuits. I trained as a scholar. I was taught to think critically, to analyze without passion, and correct mistakes. You need not tell me that I am an inadequate mother. I am aware.
Then why did you leave?
When I see my child in danger, I act.
Here, vegetables.
Thank you.
So, I'm non-binary.
What does that mean?
Okay.
It means I don't feel like a man or a woman.
If you are neither a man nor a woman, then what are you?
Non-binary. I just said, and I'm going to use they instead of she from now on.
If this is because I have criticized your dress or your manners...
It isn't!
Under the Cune, the term for one whose gender does not match the one given to them at birth was a cunithlock. Perhaps you are like that.
Why do you have to keep picking at it? Why can't you just be happy for me?
Evatash, Chakra Toebra.
So I'm supposed to struggle with who I am? Even if I don't feel like I fit, even if I feel wrong?
No, you misunderstood.
Then say it better! Why am I never enough for you?
I will go. Thank you for inviting me to your home. Panahedan.
Don't like her. I'm sorry. She needs time.
This is just new for her. You need some time?
No. It's okay.
Tosh.
I'm not hiding anymore. How she takes it is her problem.
You sure?
Yeah. Come on. Don't let food go to waste.
Well, that'll be that. Right. They're still there. They're still there. I think we maybe have one more friendship quest we could do today. So, what do we want to do?
I've been learning more about the Lords of Fortune.
Have you?
What? They're our allies, and it's good to make friends.
There's not a Lord of Fortune I know who wouldn't like you.
Meet person in Crossroads, there's also that. Yes, yes, yes. Should I do that now, or should I prioritize friendship quests, or is that not super important? It's not like timeline defining. It's not timeline defining. Okay. I just wanted to see your reaction. Okay.
Have you learned more of what Hilario's planning, Lucanus?
Not yet. He's hidden it well. Katerina would be proud.
But Hilario had her killed.
We're assassins. She'd be proud of that too.
Okay. Right, well, let's head to the Crossroads then. But in my journal... Lords of Fortune... Return to Docktown. In Docktown? How the fuck are we going to Docktown? Morrigan running to the running. Excuse me, running. Right, Morrigan, I'm on my way. Morrigan, I'm coming, bestie! Who do we take? Who do we take? Who do we take? I'm taking you, and I'm taking you. I'm on my way to meet Morrigan. Hi, girlie.
Well met, Rook.
Well met, girlie.
How did you get here?
I did tell you I had my ways through Illuvians when I introduced you to the Inquisitor, did I not?
The Illuvians in general, yes, but not the Dreadwolf's crossroads.
I would think you have more pressing questions at the moment. Questions about Solus and Mythal?
Mythal?
The two gods have always been linked, have they not? First, when Mythal bade her companion spirit to abandon the Fade and take on mortal form. Then, when Solus spilled Mythal's mortal blood, that he might absorb her power as his own.
Wait. How do you know exactly what we saw of Solus's past?
Think upon it, Rook. You saw for yourself in the Dreadwolf's memories. When Mythal stood against the gods' manipulations of the Blight, she was betrayed and struck down. Yet she survived and returned ages later to aid the Inquisition in its hour of need. How?
So, if Mythal was originally a spirit, maybe that's how she survived her body's death.
Very good. Mythal was a spirit turned elven. And when her body was struck down, to spirit, she returned. Her essence sheltered in a willing mortal vessel. Over the centuries, she journeyed from host to host, slowly amassing her former power anew. Until once again, she was struck down, on this occasion, by Solus. He absorbed her power, but not her memories.
Then where did they... Wait. You?
As you say.
What the fuck do you mean, Morrigan? Morrigan! Mythal! Who the fuck are we talking to? How complicated will this get? Whoa.
Assuming you are who you say you are, how much is a fourth elven god gonna complicate things?
Only as much as you may allow.
What? That was like how Elganon and Gillenane can talk in your head, but...
'Twas Mythal you heard, her echoes. Yet I am not the goddess returned.
Thank God.
What are you, then?
I once feared Mythal would consume me were I to carry her, but 'twas not so. I remain free-willed and mortal. What I now possess is but a spark of Mythal, shadowed memories through which to sift for meaning. As to our admixture, I suspect you have questions.
So many questions. Why aren't you elven?
How can you carry Mythal's soul if you're not an elf?
Her spark has sheltered within both elves and humans who were sympathetic to her in thought and circumstance. Mythal's last host was a woman wronged, trapped by those sworn to love her. We may readily imagine their kinship.
The fall of our civilization, the wars, everything elves went through. Where was Mythal for us then?
After the god's betrayal, she was a shadow of her former self, bereft of her power, slowly regaining her strength over the centuries. So she aided the elves as she could, speaking in dreams and offering counsel that ended blights and prevented wars.
At least now we know. You would have met Solus in the Inquisition, right?
I did indeed. 'Twas before I possessed Mythal's memories. At the time, I thought Solus a scowling elven apostate whose sole passion was finding arguments. He heard me, in all my ignorance, expound on the histories of the elven people, explaining legends he had witnessed himself.
Bet he loved that.
'Tis not a memory that brings me pride.
So, there's the soul of an elven god inside you. How does that even happen?
Mythal's last host was my mother, Flemeth.
Oh.
When I learned she intended me to become the next receptacle of an ancient god's soul, I feared naught would be left of my own. It inevitably came to pass on a deep night. I was awakened by the presence of a blaze of magic in the shape of a woman who both was and was not my mother.
This isn't the strangest thing I've heard, but it's close.
'Tis difficult to describe, even now. Mythal's memories were both gift and burden, this blazing woman told me, but I must accept them of my own accord. The decision was paralyzing. What would it mean to become such a host? What would be lost if I refused? In the end, 'twas something in my mother's voice which guided me.
What was that?
Regret. Not the regret of a god, but of a mother who knew she would never see me again. And so, my mind remains my own. What I gained was knowledge, both Mythal's and of those who bore her.
Do you have information we can use against Gillenane or Elganon? Or Solus?
The last time Mythal faced Elganon and Gillenane, she was struck down by the very dagger you now carry.
What about Solus?
You may recall he murdered Mythal's former host to claim her godly might as his own. I hoard no untapped magical secrets, Rook. What I do possess, I share freely with you and the Veil Jumpers.
All right. You didn't come out here just to tell me you're Mythal.
I am not Mythal in her entirety, but yes. The Dreadwolf has occasion to visit you in dreams, where he portions out advice. And now, after finding his memories, you have peered into his deepest sorrows. Tell me then, what do you make of Solus?
I should ask you. Mythal knew Solus better than anyone.
I would influence your answer. Or do you mean to discover if I would stand directly against the Dread Wolf, were there a need?
Would you?
I shall aid you in any way, but that, even had I the power. What has passed between Solus and Mythal, I beg you, do not ask this of me again.
Every decision he made, Solus thought he could save people. Stop things from getting worse. Now his only way forward is a plan so terrible his last friends had to stop it.
An unfortunate belief, that all paths are closed but those one has already taken.
There might have been a better choice.
'Tis not malice which made Solus your opponent, but conviction. A belief that only he may halt what he set in motion. Yet Solus was once beloved of Mythal. 'Tis his very loyalty and love for his people that led to the tragedy we now face. You may be in a position to determine how it ends, more so than either of you might realize.
Maybe there's a way we all get what we want.
Do you truly believe such a thing?
Well, Maybe at least what we deserve.
If you would shape the outcome of your battle, I've one last secret to share. When Mathal was struck down by the other gods, it was with her own lyrium dagger, the dagger you now carry. Solus recovered it from Elganon, and from it extracted a fragment of Mathal that had lain hidden within its depths. This fragment, a younger sister to the one I carry, if you will, resides here, in the crossroads. I can open the way for you. Find her, survive the encounter, and the essence you obtain will aid you in times to come.
Another fragment of Mathal? In addition to the one inside you?
You are aware of what the word fragment means, are you not? One small piece of many, formed when something greater is broken. The first elves were spirits, as you well know, and when a spirit is broken, it may shatter into pieces, each holding part of the original. Among the ancient elves who became known as gods, Dirthaman and his brother, Falondine, are but one example.
All of that sounded great until survived the encounter.
You know Solus, and have seen Elganon, and memories of Mathal. They are creatures of emotion, as all spirits are. The fragment of Mathal that resides in me lived among mortals for thousands of years. She has grown wiser and more patient. This younger sister has not. She is the essence of Mathal as a god. She is unlikely to listen to polite requests, and though she is but a fragment of the goddess, the battle will test you sorely.
If she's just going to attack us, why tell us about her at all? We have enough enemies already.
A fragment of a god's essence is a powerful thing. It may give you options against Elganon and Ghilanane, or against the Dreadwolf himself, should he prove as cunning and treacherous as ever.
If I were to try to talk with her, do you have any suggestions?
She will demand respect, but detest flattery. She appreciates righteous anger, but will not tolerate pity. She is, for want of better phrasing, prickly. But if you are determined to try, then I wish you luck.
What kind of spirit was Mathal before she became an elf? I know Solus is elven for pride.
Mathal enjoyed ruling and having power, but it came not from the overweening desire to crush resistance, as is the case with Elganon. The emotion that inspired her might best be described as benevolence, a guiding hand inclined to kindness. But like any spirit, when angered or twisted against her purpose, a more violent aspect arose. Where the Dreadwolf's wisdom gave way to pride when the world did not meet his standards, Mathal's benevolence gave way to retribution. After all, when kindness fails, the guilty must be punished.
You would know this aspect of Mathal better than anyone. Could you try talking to her?
I dare say she would attack me on sight.
Spirits can't get along with fragments of each other.
Spirits, certainly. But the aspects of a self-righteous god who have walked different paths for ages? One bears the insult of her betrayal by the Evanuris, and then by Solus, as fresh wounds, insult upon injury. The other once fell in love with an Alamari chieftain and lived happily in a swamp for centuries. Each reminds the other that another path existed, that they could have been wrong, and nothing angers Mathal like being wrong.
Thank you for the information, Morrigan.
There is one more thing, if I may. Something whispered not by myself, but Mathal. The elves have learned many of the glories and horrors of ancient Elvenon. Yet your people live in this world now as the old elves never could. Know it as they could not. There is your strength. 'Tis why you shall surpass what came before one day.
Did Mathal see this? Is it a prediction?
A hope from a mother to her distant children, no less beloved than any before them.
What do you mean? What do you mean? I think if I wasn't a soulless mancer, I would kind of like Mythal and be like, you're a bit... I don't think I would like her, because she's still pissing me off with some of the choices she's made. And I feel like he gets such a bad rap when she's like went along and been like the person that's like done all these things, and he's been like, yes, Mythal, anything you say, Mythal. So it's that way where I'm like, you're just as bad, but he's got the reputation. What the absolute frick? What the absolute piss was that? Thanks for the help? With Rook and Tash. Earlin says your team took down the Fang Scorcher. Leaf and I were with the Veil Jumpers getting civilians out of the area, but we're used to dealing with demons angry at old magic, not dragons angry at interlopers. We hunkered down as best we could, but she would have gotten to us eventually if you hadn't drawn her away and defeated her. We haven't seen any further sign of Antam activity in Arlithin, but we'll keep our eyes open. In the meantime, we're helping some villagers rebuild nearby. Thanks for the help. Garrick and Leaf of the Veil Jumpers. I just knew Mythal had to come into this at some point. She just can't be not in it. Yeah, I'm talking about you, bitch. I mean, it's spicy. I can't lie. It's really spicy. It makes sense that it's Morgan. It makes sense that she's helping now with the Veil Jumpers as opposed to other places. It is kind of wild that Morgan is like, so this is the Inquisitor, this is my good girly. Like, it's just so weird. It's wild to think. Right, these two are talking, these two are talking, these two are talking. Where's Emric? Oh, he's literally talking to Harding. Yeah, that's... I'm gonna have to sit with that for a few days. That's a lot. Oh, my days. What the absolute piss. Still got that fucking... Right. We could head back to Docktown and do some... things, or we could wait till next time and do Docktown next time. And do... There's so many, like, quests that I'm like... Maybe we could try and give this another... Or we also had that, meet Tash in the Hall of Valor. We had this we could do. A Lord of Fortune is asked to meet Tash at the Hall of Valor to brag about looting a dragon's hoard. Or we could try the Necropolis demon again. Let's give it one more run. I don't know, because she's really difficult. She's really, really difficult. But I did try that dragon earlier and I seem to get some kind of attack patterns down. It does electric damage, which is a little bit of an issue for me, considering my affinity, shall we say, for such things. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Do you know what? I'll keep one just in case. And yeah, we want, I mean, maybe we should do let me put my Fade Light Orb on. Okay, we are going to do another run of this absolute menace of a demon. Best people to take for this would be Tash, maybe. Tash applies Overwhelm and detonates Weakened. Harding detonates Overwhelmed, so that could be good for combos. And applies Sundered, which I think is good for me. So Harding's a good contender. Let's take Harding. We'll take the girlies, who are clearly flirting. Girlies, non-gender specific, obviously. Obviously. It's like the bros, but non-gender specific. So unrelated, but Host has been gone from Twitch for 2 years. Girlies general, correct. That's a long time. Mind when we could host a pal? I used to miss that, yeah. Now, I mean, I think it's like on your channel you can have like recommended and then it plays your recommended, but it doesn't host anymore, which makes me sad. That used to be such a nice thing of like, you would host on your channel so that if anybody came to your channel then, you know. Alright. Let's fucking go.
A demon in an undead dragon?
Hey! Sorry. Demon! You are not a dragon! Get out of that body!
This is gonna be bad.
Let's go! Move it!
I want a combo with a side of cheese. And I want a dragon fire strike on it. Combo opportunity, go.
That one! Got him ready for you.
Come on.
Get clear. Ready.
Yeah. Okay. Combo?
Safely locked for ages, and how swiftly you came to plunder.
You okay?
Ready again.
Got it.
silence is deafening for me, I know.
All yours.
It's gonna have its fucking thing back. Doo-da, doo-da.
Ready to go again.
You're hitting us from there. Left side. Enemies at range. Don't just stand.
No! We were doing so well. We were doing so well. Oh god. Okay. We need people with more revival charges. Oh, that was the best we've done it. F indeed. Right. We're gonna try Balara. Oh god. Right. We have two of the revival charges now. So that means we can get defeated twice and get right back up. But that also means we're gonna have to deal with the dragon again. We'll give it one more run, and if we don't get it today, then that's just how it's gonna be. Right, Godspeed. Let's fucking get it.
A demon in an undead dragon?
Hey, sorry. Demon, you are not a dragon. Get out of that body.
I didn't even know demons could do that.
Okay, we're gonna start with this and this and this.
Watch yourself.
Good to go.
Phase 1.
Careful ahead.
Oh, is it time again? Great!
Once I leave this place, I will level the unworthy kingdoms and try to chain me.
Like, you are the bane of my actual existence right now.
Hitting us at range.
Careful, Rook.
Right, one more.
Hang on.
Fuck you for that, actually. Fuck you insanely for that, actually.
Rook, you're hit. Stay with us.
We were so close. I thought we might get it. Yeah, the projectile, like the last phase with the projectile enemies, like I kind of got used to the melee skelly bones. I was like, right, I can just maneuver around you. Having to deal with the dragon and the projectiles is... So then I try and be like, right, I'm going to try and get them out the way. But maybe what I should have done was focus my allies on those to get them out the way. And then... I could then focus on the dragon to kind of whittle them down that way. I don't know if I've got it in me for another run of this. No, I don't. I'll be honest, I don't. But we did 2 runs, and each one was better than the last one, so odds in fact are. And there's 2 big chests. There's 3 chests in there. Oh. But yes, I think we'll head back to the lighthouse. It's a really fun fight. It's just, it takes so much mental energy. And I'm not like a Soulsborne sweaty gamer. So I tend to be like, right. But both of those runs went better than they had before. So like, it's just about learning the phases and then getting used to attack patterns, and then I mean I've learned the beam that you can just dodge through it, so that's new. Learned that. That was really helpful. And I sort of really started to hone in on the fact that even when it has its sparkles, you will do damage to its health if you hit its weak points, regardless, which makes it feel much more doable. It's just about timing. The last phase, I think I would definitely push for allies getting rid of at least the scaly mages. At least them. I can handle the rest. But yeah, scaly mages are a no from me. Big no to scaly mages. I think tomorrow, if I'm streaming tomorrow, which I might be, we should focus on Docktown and maybe the dwarves. Because we have this side quest to do, which we could get rid of, as well as both Lucanus and Nev in Docktown. So yeah, we could deal with that a little bit more. But I think we should maybe call it for the day. But we did